If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please consider hitting the like button. It really does help the video out, even if I don't deserve it because I'm terrible at video games. And if you want to follow me on Twitter for absolutely no reason, the link for that is down below. If you do need any coins, head over to u7buystore.com. Use the code TVM at checkout for a discount. The link is in the description. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Football Manager Road to Glory, which could be coming to an end very soon because not that I care about the views, but it takes a hell of a long time for me to skip through. I say skip through to play the game. It takes a lot of time for me to play it to get to a point where we can start recording again. If I recorded, if I decided, you know what, I'm going to record 2 games today, and then the next 2 games I'll record and we'll work it that way, it would quite literally take 23 episodes to get through one season. I don't even think we're 23 episodes into this series. So, yeah, it's 25th of February 2025. It's very late on a Tuesday evening, and we are here looking at the league table. The reason I have come back now, and the reason, like I said, that we may or may not continue this is quite simply because it takes a long time for me to get through it, and then when I do get through it and I record and then I put it up, it doesn't really get that much engagement. So if you are enjoying it and you do want to see it continue, please hit the like button, because it lets me know that there are actually people who want to watch it, and there are not just people clicking it, watching a minute or two and then just buggering off. So if you are still here and you want to see more of this save, you want to see where we can take Tranmere, or maybe we move on, who knows, feel free to hit the like button, because it really does help me out a lot. And of course it will give me that indication that you actually want to watch it, because it is the least viewed video on the channel, and it is far easier for me to go and play 1 or 2 games with a player on FIFA and create a player review that gets double, triple, quadruple the views that this does. So there's that. The other thing, not Football Manager related at all, but if you are interested, I've started the new series which will eventually take over the channel and be the main series of the channel, and alongside that will probably be other content very similar to it as well. It's the Trading Game Collection. If you want to go watch that, please do so. I will probably give up gameplay for the most part on this channel 2 months' time. I'm thinking a team of the season time, when that burns out for me, and I've made a video on that dedicated to it. That'll be the end of FIFA on this channel. I'm not moving it to another one. I'm just not going to do it anymore. And Football Manager, like I said, this could very well be the last episode. I'm not going to leave it on a cliffhanger. We are going to finish the season. Basically, as you can see, we're top of the table. We've only lost 1 game all season, which I find unbelievable. And it was against Salford, incidentally, who are chasing. We've drawn 5. We have 89 points. We are 17 points clear of Salford. We are flying. We're 18 points clear of Salford. I don't know why I said 17. We're 18 points clear of Salford. We are flying. We only need to win 6 of our remaining 12 in order to be, I think it's not mathematical at that point, it's goal difference, but as you can see, we have an unbelievable goal difference. We would quite literally have to lose every game 5 or 6, maybe even 7-0, even if we did win our next 6 and then we lost every game. If we lost the remaining 6, we would need to lose them all by 7 or so in order for Salford to actually be able to catch us. And they would need to win all 12 games from now till the end of the season. So I think we've probably won the league, to be honest, but it's not mathematical yet, and we are hopefully going to get to a point where it's kind of mathematical. We do have a few days left before the next game. The team looks like this. I have managed to bring in James Milner, which you're thinking, League 2? James Milner, really? Yeah, he's 39. He's nearly 40. He's not retiring, which is crazy. I've got a funny feeling, though, out of nowhere, he's going to say, I'm retiring at the end of the season. Oh, he is retiring. Never mind. What? He's retiring on the 2nd of July, 2027. That's 2 years... What? That's 2 years' time. Okay. Well, anyway, he's retiring in 2 years' time, apparently. Whatever. He wasn't retiring when we picked him up. He was out of contract. He wasn't with a club. I offered him a contract. He said, yeah, fine. 39 years of age. He still does a pretty damn good job in the middle. I've no idea why he's decided to return. That's only just recently popped up, so maybe you're going to get an email about that soon, because that wasn't there about 5 minutes ago. So I click continue, and that's popped up. I've got a fair few players going out on transfer. So Ollie Wright is going to Orange County in July, on my birthday, incidentally. Jack Burrows is going to Inverness on the 1st of July, and I'm pretty sure there was someone else. Brzezowski has requested a transfer. He has become an amazing goalkeeper. And just for the memes, I've put him on penalty duty, and I think he's got like 5 goals this season. And another thing, Nick Powell, former Manchester United player. Kind of. Youth, I think, under 23s. He might have played like twice for the senior side. He's come in. He's not actually that good, to be honest. He, again, on a free, he came in. He's got 4 assists in 9 games so far. He hasn't scored a goal, so he's not as good as you'd think he would be. But there we go. No one else really of note. In fact, no one else has come in. Just those 2, Nick Powell and James Milner. I was very close. A Nats wing, ladies and gentlemen, to signing Chris Smalling. He is out of contract. He's currently with Wolves. He's thinking of retiring by the looks of things, because he's like 36 at this point. But he wanted just a little bit too much money. He was willing to talk to us, which was crazy. But he wanted just that little bit too much money, unfortunately. So, yeah. We were knocked out of the FA Cup by Manchester United. 3rd round, I think. They beat us 1-0, so we're not actually as bad as you'd think we would be, a League 2 team. I mean, they had their main team out. They didn't. Every single player that you can think of that Manchester United would have at this current stage, they played. They did not rest anyone, which was a little bit upsetting, because I thought we could have taken them had they not played maybe 1 or 2 of their main players, but they had everyone, which was really irritating. I can't believe that James Milner thing. Who decides 2 years in advance that you're going to retire? I mean, I know he's like practical and everything, but geez, I've never seen that before in my life. What else have we got going on here? Rolando Aarons could start. Rolando Aarons has been starting for us, actually, but he's just coming back from an injury. Let's get into this game against, was it Bromley? I'm not going to stay for the entire game. I am probably just going to skip to the goals, if there are any, of course, because we only need 6 in order to win this league. So we are going to skip through 6 of the games, I think. But hopefully this should be straightforward. Even though they are 7th, this should be straightforward. So we are playing in the claret, I should say. Claret and blue. Lavelle brings it out from the back. I think we've only used this kit twice all season, and this is probably the 2nd time. I've not seen it. Apart from the 1 time I've seen it, I've not seen it again. Stutter has hit the bar, or the post. I should look, really. I think Stutter and Timmy Abraham are both top goal scorers in the league. One of them has more than the other, but I'm pretty sure that they're up there. And interestingly enough, and this is a little bit overpowered this year, and it has been since the very beginning, Lavelle, the centre-back, is also one of our top goal scorers. I think he has 13 goals in the league, and it's all from corners. I think nearly all of them have been headers. Ball over the top from Hendry to Stutter, should score. Good save from the goalkeeper. Yet another highlight here. It's a throw-in for Bromley in their own half, but they're so deep and we are pressing quite high. They've got it clear, but only as far as Jackson. Stutter, Powell over the top. Timmy can't quite get it, and that was dodgy. We scored a goal like that, actually. Can't remember who it was against, but the ball came in. It was an easy one for the goalkeeper, but he sort of ran into the post, and it just rolled back out, and Stutter just tapped it in. Mason down this left-hand side to Milner, who nearly loses the ball. Plays it back to Mason. Can he put a good ball in for one of the strikers? He can. Powell is there. Powell cannot score. Free transfer, not on a lot of money. I think he's on 1,200 or something. But he can't score. He can only get the odd assist, which is, I mean, it's fine. But at the end of the day, Horgan, who he has essentially replaced on that right-hand side, has a much better record, but Powell is much better on paper. Hunt with a corner, Jackson's there, and he scores to make it his 6th of the season. We are 1-0 up away from home, and that should be that, honestly. We don't concede many. We have a very good defence. Goalkeeper's outrageously good as well. And theoretically, we should go on to secure the points. We are just over 10 minutes from time. We've made all our substitutions. We've gone a little bit more positive just to try and get our noses even further in front. And we have just been let off. Mubama has hit the bar or nodded it over or something. I think he might have been offside though. That was one of the only chances they've had. And now they're just starting to turn the screw a little bit. Brzezowski gets it clear, but only as far as Long. Kaneda brings it to Davis. Into Mubama. There's Tormy. Davis again. They are passing this around quite well. We've nicked it though. Can we put the final nail in the coffin here? Timmy goes down that left-hand side. Can he put a good ball in? He plays it short to Aarons, to Mason. Long ball to Stutter, who scores, but he is offside. You've got to look straight away down at that linesman, and if he's got his flag up, generally, that means he's offside. It's tight, but it is indeed offside, so we can skip it. But we are 2 minutes away from the 90. We should have this in the bag, and it is in the bag. That is a 1-0 win away from home. It's not as emphatic as I would like it to have been, but it is 3 points, which means we need 5. Unless, of course, Salford have slipped, which they haven't. They've beaten Colchester 2-0. We still need 5. We play Newport next, who are down in 20th. You join me back in the league, 2 minutes into the game against Cambridge. And if, so the press tell me anyway, if we win this game, we will be promoted to League One. Obviously not as champions. We still need to win another 4. We drew against Newport. Salford lost. So it's kind of as you were. Mason with a corner. Lavelle knocks it in. And look at that. 14 goals this season for Lavelle. All from corners. They are so overpowered. Get yourself someone who can take a corner. And get yourself someone with some good jumping reach. They don't necessarily need to have good heading. So long as they have the jumping reach. And arguably the positioning. Tell them to attack the front post and they will score goals for days. There he is again and he's hit the top of the crossbar. 1-0 up. If we win, we are promoted. But of course, we are still going for that title. We'll be 3 wins away. We have another corner. There's Lavelle again. And this time it's in from Ronnie Stutter. Lavelle gets himself an assist. That's happened a fair bit as well. But we are 2-0 up. And barring an absolute terrible collapse, we should now be promoted. You join me as we are 3-0 up on the hour mark and our goalkeeper's about to take a penalty and he scores. I've just put him on penalty duty and he's got 7 goals this season. I just thought it'd be a little bit more interesting if we weren't given goals. Like when we get a penalty, yes you can miss, but there is a very fair chance that you'll score or miss. So I thought, well, I'll even it up a little bit because we're just playing so well right now. And I'll put the goalkeeper on penalties and see if we can get one of the... Oh, jeez Louise. See if we can get one of the top goal-scoring goalkeepers of all time. And he has 7 this season. I think it might be time for a sub. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, 4-0 and promotion, I think. I mean, I didn't do the maths on this. The press said that we were 1 win away. And I believe that that's a new record for the most wins in a season as well. So there we go. Tranmere promoted to the EFL League One. Which, to be fair, I'm not like chuffed about it because it's been coming for a long time. We have been the best team in this league by far since the very first game of the season. So we are going to get... Hendry's on a decline. We are going to get... initial budgets here, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. I've been praised by the Tranmere faithful. The board have praised me as well, which is a bit rich actually, coming from the board. The board have not been happy with me all season. It might be down to the money and the fact that we are overspent on wages still. Can't get it down. I've shipped some people out, but I've needed to bring people in as well, so it is what it is. Initial budgets, I don't know what I'm hoping for. I mean... I think a wage budget of at least 90 grand a week is needed. And I think transfer budget of maybe $1 million, hopefully. Oh, hey. Check me out. I know what I'm doing. So, 97 grand a week, which is good. And $1 million transfer budget is spot on, actually. I'm a big fan of that. So, that takes effect immediately, right? It does. We are currently spending 67,000, so we were overspent by 12 grand, because I think the original budget was 55, so they've upped it by just over 40,000 for the week, which is fantastic. We are hemorrhaging money at the moment, though. We were on 2.2 million before the transfer window, so we've lost around 500,000 somehow. I don't really know how that's happened, but still. We have 1 million to spend next season. I would imagine most of it will go in wages. I'm just going to put it all into wages. I might leave like 100,000 there just in case we need to sign someone. But in the next few weeks, I will start to look at players out of contract in July and start offering players contracts. We only really have 30 grand extra a week to spend on wage. However, there are a fair few players leaving the club. So Salford have just lost against Cheltenham away, which means we are now only 2 wins. In fact, we're 4 points away from being crowned. Well, technically speaking, we're 5 points away because, of course, you can't be crowned champions if it's still mathematically possible to be caught. Realistically, though, we only need 4 points from our remaining games, 9 games, I think it is, to be crowned champions. I know you're thinking, oh, at this point, it's obvious you're going to win it. I know that, but you still need to count down. We do have a semi-final to contest before we play our second game in which we could do it in as well. But we do need to beat Colchester first, who are chasing automatic promotion. So, as if it was planned, the final game of the season, it's not the final game, but it's the game that will determine the title if we get a point. We only need 1 point. We just need a draw. They are the only team now who can mathematically catch us if we pick up a point. We have 2 games in hand over Rochdale. We have a game in hand over Salford, interestingly enough. I think... Yeah, we're not champions yet, unless Salford have played since. No, we're promoted, but if we get a point here, we will be champions, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen anyway. But it's nice to have these sort of occasions. So, I am going to play, and I've rested ready for this as well. I am going to play the strongest team possible. Hales comes in, and I think that probably is the strongest team. I don't know if Horgan is better than Powell. Do you know what? I'm going to go with him. Horgan has been there all season. Powell came in. He hasn't really done an awful lot, to be honest. So he is going to be on the bench. Charlie Jolly has come on every now and again and done okay, but for the most part he's just not particularly very good. And the rest of it is what it is. I've rested heavily for this. Alex Hunt is still not 100% fit, but he will play because he is quite literally that influential. The only other player actually I could play in the middle who is even remotely as good is Nick Powell, but I am going to start Hunt, and if I need to bring Nick Powell on, I will do. I'm hoping that this is going to be pretty straightforward, as the majority of games this season have been, and that we will go on to win. There was one game, and I cannot for the life of me remember who it was against. Hello, opening minute, goal. And it's that man, Sam Lavelle, 16th of the season. He is a centre-back, ladies and gentlemen. He is so good in the air, and that's the only reason he has goals. Great delivery from Hunt. Again, probably that's why Hunt has so many assists, is because he's our designated corner taker from both sides. And I think, not so much with Hunt. I mean, Hunt is better than anyone else on this level. He's far better than he should be in this division. As we score another goal, and that could very well be the title wrapped up straight away. But Lavelle is so good. He's quite literally head and shoulders better than anyone else in this league, defender-wise, and they can't cope with him when he's in the penalty area. And of course we have Hunt, who's, again, better than anyone else in the league, so when he puts a ball in, is so good, and Lavelle is so good, that no one can cope with it. And of course, corners and set pieces in general in this game are overpowered. They nerfed them, but not enough. I wouldn't say in my opinion, because I really like it, but it that was very close, as long knocks it long. But yeah, they just didn't nerf it enough to stop it being the best way to really get goals. You know, just get yourself a good corner kick taker and 2 centre backs who know how to jump, and you're sorted. When I was with Brentford, I bought Onuachu. And we were going for the title at this point, trying to get Champions League football, challenge Manchester City and Liverpool for the title. I went and got Onuachu for, I don't know, under 10 million from the Belgian league. He's not, I mean, I wouldn't say he's not Premier League quality, but the only reason I got him is because he had 20 jumping reach. He was very tall, strong, and he had good heading. He finished the season top goal scorer from set pieces. I mean, don't get me wrong, he scored a fair few on the floor as well, but mainly set pieces, just because of how good they are. So if you're struggling and you want to get yourself loads of goals, you just need a good corner kick taker and someone who can nod it home. Speaking of nodding it home, could we get another one here? Timmy Abraham, Mason, plays it back to Timmy. Goal! It's 3-0 before the break. And that should be the end of Salford. And to be fair, that kind of puts them in a precarious situation. They now go from being title contenders to potential playoff dropouts, because they are now in third, having played the same number of games as Rochdale, and I think Colchester behind them are chasing. Walsh, though, can he drag one back? Can he claw them back into it? It's gone through to Connor Shaughnessy, and he has somehow steered it goalwards. We don't concede many, but when we do, they are calamical. I don't think that's a word. But it was one of those really weird, dodgy goals. Can't do much about them. We have a corner, though. Can we make it 4-1? Oh, close. Jackson nods it wide. But I think we're probably safe now, barring a monumental collapse. We are into the second half, albeit by just a few minutes, and we already have a highlight here. Milner nicks it back. Aarons has it down this left-hand side. Can he put a good ball in? He plays it to Timmy, who goes down under a challenge. I say he goes down, gets knocked off balance under a challenge. It didn't look like a penalty, but Brzezowski, if that's how you say his name, is about to make it 4, and he does. I mean, he has missed a couple, to be fair. We probably could have got a fair few more goals had I put a designated penalty kick taker on it. But the goalkeeper has made it 4-1. And I think that might be his 8th. It did pop up. It might be his 7th or 8th of the season, which is quite funny. We do get a lot of penalties, actually, when you think about it from that perspective. Towler with the throw-in. We are home and hosed at this point. We're not going to give up this lead, but it would be nice if we didn't concede any more. Morris is through. Great save from the goalkeeper. Scores at one end, saves us at the other. The complete unit, ladies and gentlemen. What a goalkeeper. Morris on that corner. Oh, the goalkeeper's useless. Connor Shaughnessy nods it home to make it 4-2. I'm saying we're home and hosed and it's a foregone conclusion, blah, 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 but you just never know in this game. We might have to make a sub in a minute just to, I don't know, I wouldn't say tighten it up, but just to bring on some fresh legs more than anything else. I think we're going to bring on Powell for Hunt, because Hunt was a little bit questionable before the game started anyway, and we'll just do that for now. If they score again to make it 4-3, that's when things start to get slightly precarious. But if we can make it 5-2, off the top of the bar, then it would be obviously game over. But while the game is still 4-2, they are still in this. One more goal does make me nervous. Although, even if we draw, we win the league, so it's not the end of the world. But I would like to win it in this game. So, unless they can score 3 in 15 minutes, we should be fine. But it would be nice to win it at home with a victory. Here's Aarons. Oh, he's been fouled by Gibbons, who is about to be sent off. Second yellow, and there he goes. James Gibbons sent off. We have a free kick. Mason, and Towler gets a clear. The reason I like my voice elevated then is because set pieces from that area usually result in a goal. Lavelle dispossessed. Here comes Salford, but they've got no one ahead of them because of that red card, presumably. Broadbent over the top to Morris. Jackson has missed it. Morris is in, and it's an easy save for the keeper. He's absolutely p-rolled that. That was terrible. What do we have going on the bench? Hiram Boateng for Milner, maybe? I mean, do I really need to take Milner off? I want to take Aarons off. Hendry can come on. Aarons is on a yellow card as well. And I think I might take Milner off. I'll bring Boateng on. We'll take Milner off. That should be it. As I was just saying, there's nothing more annoying for me than when a team wins the league and they need to win at home or they need a point at home or something, or even results need to go their way elsewhere and they don't even need to win the game as we make it 5-2. Nothing more annoying than when a team play at home, they lose the game or draw the game, poor performance, but because results went for them elsewhere, they end up winning the league. It's really annoying because you'd like to win it on a win. I know that, like, you know what I mean? And this is perfect in itself, because obviously this is the team that we need to drop points in order to win the league. So this is perfect. And we are 5-2 up with minutes to go. And ladies and gentlemen, there it is. We have been crowned champions of the League 2. Of League 2. The League 2? No, just League 2. Pleased with that. I mean, it's been a long time coming, if I'm honest. I've been waiting for the collapse and it didn't really happen, which was, I don't know, a bit of a surprise. Most of my teams normally go through some sort of collapse. So the last time we played Salford, we lost 1-0. And I genuinely thought, right, well, here we go then. We've lost a game. We're going to go on to maybe draw a couple, lose a couple more. You know, Salford will catch us. Rochdale were doing well. So to actually kick on and not really drop any more points, we drew a few here or there. But yeah, very, very happy with the way that season went. Next season will be harder, no doubt. And the season after that is going to be terrible if we manage to get promoted next year. But this may very well be the last time that you watch this save. I'm obviously not going to play the rest of the games now because I don't actually have the time. But just know that we are champions and we are going up. We've broken the 100-point mark and we have 7 games left of the season. That's how dominant we've been with the signings we've made. Stutter and Timmy Abraham, as well as Alex Hunt in the midfield, were absolutely tremendous. 3 of the best signings I think I've made in any Football Manager save ever. They've been so good up top. And Brandon Mason, who hasn't played every game this season, he's played a fair few. He's played 32 games across all competitions. He's been outstanding this season. Very, very good player. Got him on a free from Port Vale. 4 assists, 1 goal. But I mean, in all competitions, 8 assists, 4 Man of the Match awards. He's done really well. He's got a goal as well, but he's always up there with his rating. Always up there. He's not quite on the Barisic from Rangers level. If you know, you know. But he is up there. Several games left of the season, as you know. But there it is. Champions with 2 of the top goal scorers, 3 of the top assisters, and pushing for clean sheets. But I think Matt Ingram will tip Brzezowski, unfortunately, to that title. Man of the Match awards, Timmy Abraham has just overtaken Matt J, and Alex Hunt is up there as well. So a particularly good season. If you don't see another episode of this, it was a decision that I took not quite lightly, but I've made the decision because I just didn't think people were as interested as I'd like them to be. And like I said, a lot of time, not work, time goes into just progressing this to a point where I can film it. And it doesn't make any money. It's a hobby, sure, but it's a hobby that I could do without filming, commentating, editing and uploading. So I will continue playing this, and I may do the odd update on Twitter if I don't upload it. But if I do upload it, I shall see you next season. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.